Um, well, either way, yeah, looks like we did kind of go down there for a second, but that's okay. I have a constant recording going of it, so we're solid. Anyway, okay. So tragically, Sam was not able to be with us last week. So I don't know if you had a chance to watch the stream or not. That's okay. I'll give you a rundown of what happened. Basically, you guys have been on board the Resurgence for a couple of weeks, recuperating, gathering supplies, kind of waiting, because, it was in limbo what was going to happen after you rescued Nathan Gilder, because the Alderaanian Defense Force has this kind of covert anti-imperial agenda going on. It's basically a secret terrorist organization that's being funded by the Alderaanian government and overseen by Senator Bail Organa, that you guys accidentally joined. Oopsies. But getting Nathan Gilder for his intel was kind of a huge step, and so that was going to be able to propel some missions forward. Doobie left because Inget the Tauntaun started having some health complications, maybe from all that exposure to those weird spores on Fallujah. Who can say? Maybe from the stress of traveling or being shoved through a ventilation shaft. So tragically, Doobie is gone. The boys opened up a microbrewery in their compartment. And because of that, there's not enough room for them each to have their own bed anymore. They share a rack.
This was Carlton and Yamyak?
Yeah, they have a microbrewery. Sorry. They got an intern when they were negotiating their compensation for this intel gathering mission. They were promised 50 kilograms of hops. 50 grams would not be nearly enough. 50 kilograms of hops. They got an intern. Everybody's going to get paid 3,000 credits for your successful completion of this mission. And upon successful completion of this mission, I don't know how to pronounce that, Adam. Could you sweet potato peacock?
Yeah, instead of Yamnock peacock.
Oh, sweet potato peacock. No, I get it. Upon successful completion of this intel gathering mission, the crew, the party, that is you guys, and theoretically Doobie, if Doobie ever makes it back, will be receiving a ship. It's already been dubbed by Yamnock as the Crop Duster 69.
Of course it has.
So you have that to look forward to. You have the Crop Duster 69 coming your way. And then, then Atlee won't have to spend so much time around Serona O'Keefe, who they seem to so deeply resent for having quickies on the job. You noticed, everyone noticed that there was some weird tension in between, when Daddy Gilder talked about Serona, that maybe things are not all hunky-dory between them anymore. Things are a little bit weird. Yeah. On your journey to Cato Nemoidia, Atlee tried to teach you how to play Dejarik or Hollow Chess, whatever you want to call it. You rage quit. You got really frustrated about that.
I did?
Yeah, you're having a hard time. So
yep, that sounds right.
So you tried to flip the pieces, but they're holographic, so you just slammed your little furry fist down on the table.
Yep, all of that sounds right.
I tried my best to stay in character for you.
Yep, perfect. You did a great job.
Yeah. You can find out the details later when you've got time to rewatch. Just posted that today to YouTube, where wondrous viewers, you can watch all of the games we've ever played, except for the seasons we didn't stream, but we have streamed most of the season, so you can go and watch it. It'll be a really fun time. Okay, so you guys are arriving at Cato Nemoidia. Is there anything that you'd like to do aboard the Banshee before you arrive at the spaceport?
What? I'm sorry. Can you remind me where are we in our mission right now?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So, you guys are going to Zara, and you just accepted this. It's an intel gathering mission, basically. Darga the Hutt is known as he's a very famous, he's an infamous crime lord, and so when Nathan Gilder was still an admiral in the Imperial Navy, he was kind of responsible for signing off on funds and resources being diverted. He noticed there were like a suspicious number of middlemen, and it seemed like they were going to a lot of great lengths to hide that transfer of funds and resources from the Senate. And so he, a clearance is just a clearance. It's the need to know that counts. And so he didn't have the need to know exactly what the end goal of Project Sarlacc was, only that him signing off on resources and funds that were coming through his sector, that seems super shady to him. So he feels like they were going to such great pains to make sure the Senate didn't find out that God knows what they could be trying to cover up. Could be human trafficking, could be like a huge like weapons manufacturing situation going on. So they're hopeful that if you are able to locate Dark of the Hutt, who he knows is definitely involved and has a lot of power in the crime world, that maybe you'll be able to strike another blow at the Empire. So you're going to Zara, which is a city on Cato Nemoidia. I don't know how much you know about Cato Nemoidia, but it's the home of the Nemoidians and also the former headquarters of the Trade Federation, which is, major player in the Clone Wars as part of the Separatist Alliance. And that's the viz. Cool.
Yeah, Project Sarlacc wouldn't be worth keeping secret if it wasn't worth exploiting.
Exactly. If it's a secret worth keeping, it's got to be a secret worth uncovering. Oh, by the way, Sam, would you mind taking care of titles? Thank you. Appreciate it. Cool. All right. If no one wants to do anything else aboard the Banshee, then I'm going to reread the spiel we had last week as you guys arrive at Cato Nemoidia, and we'll hop off at that starport, spaceport, whatever. Any complaints? Great, we're gonna do it. Nope. So, this is what you
design of that ship.
Say again.
Said I love the design of that ship.
It's pretty sleek, right? Okay. So that's a spaceship. I got a question last week if it's the Banshee. I don't know. Maybe. It doesn't matter. I'm going to say no because you guys are on the Banshee. This is your perspective as you're arriving at Cato Nemoidia on the Banshee. That's what Cato Nemoidia looks like from afar.
So this is like being caught in traffic behind a Porsche. This is what it looks like.
Yeah. I live in Seattle, so I'm like caught in traffic behind Teslas all the time, and it feels like this.
That's actually the Crop Duster 3000.
Oh, okay.
But
Got
the ship or the Tesla?
All right. The journey to Cato Nemoidia is relatively uneventful, but as the Banshee drops out of hyperspace and the planet comes into view, you realize just how far this system has fallen in only a matter of months. Cato Nemoidia was once the headquarters for the massive interstellar trade conglomerate, the Trade Federation, a major player in the Separatist movement which opposed the Republic during the Clone Wars. When the war ended, the Federation was absorbed by the Empire. The economy and consequently the people of this once unimaginably wealthy system have suffered greatly, and their lives have changed dramatically in only a short time, though this is, of course, not unique to this system. As a result, it is the perfect location for criminals like Darga the Hutt who seek to profit from the chaos and misfortune which has befallen Cato Nemoidia and systems like it across the galaxy. The Banshee twists and turns through scenic, towering rock formations and mossy bridges connecting the cities built into them. It could be beautiful, but many of the bridge cities seem to be all but abandoned, left to rot at the end of the war, including Zara, your destination. I don't have a picture of that, sorry. There's actually not a lot of pictures of Cato Nemoidia. They're just from old video games, which is a shame because I think it could be really cool and gorgeous. Anyway. I'm not going to move you guys yet. I was going to move you to a different map. You will just have to explore the spaceport in the theater of the mind. Before I move you to your new map.
Is there a tower that we can buzz on our way in?
Well, you're Sorona's gonna have to get permission to land in the spaceport. Is there a reason you would like to? Okay, so it's a pretty standard landing procedure. And Yamnok and Carlton were harassing Sharona and Crash, so they slammed the cockpit door. But you could probably go knock, and if you let them know it's you, they'd probably let you in. So as you're nearing the surface of the planet and they're about to,
I go with you.
You can you can do that.
Could we buzz the tower?
Crash hollers through the door. What?
Could we buzz the tower?
You want to bomb the tower?
No, buzz the. You know what? Never mind. Never mind.
He opens the door. What?
Could you
What are you talking
buzz
about?
the tower? Just
Buzz them for what?
to make them spill their coffee on themselves. It's funny.
Crash does kind of like a robotic chuckle. He sort of just like and like lifts his little robot shoulders, his little droid shoulders, and shoves his little droid elbow into Serona and says, "What do you think, boss?" And she does it immediately with a grin and a wink.
Okay.
She thinks it's really funny.
Elton's gonna come to the cockpit and say like, "Hey guys, you want some edamame? Some Mandalorian edamame?" Keep it with the theme. What are we doing? Buzzing the tower?
Mandalorian edamame.
I want Mandalorian edamame.
Wait a minute, though.
Does this mean eggs?
The skin's
Yeah.
extra tough.
Are you talking about the?
Yeah, I am.
Jesus.
What? Wait, hold. What? Hang
Did you
on.
watch The Mandalorian?
Yeah.
Remember the episode where
Yeah.
he was eating the eggs?
Oh, yeah, but
Oh.
my first thought was literally just like a bowl of shelled edamame. That's what I thought we were talking about. I was like, I
don't
love
think
edamame.
so.
It's one of my favorite snacks.
I don't think that's what he's talking about.
Okay.
So disturbing. Where did you get that?
Would I get it? Well, I mean, to be honest, I don't actually know if it's Mandalorian edamame. It was just some green stuff that I found in the cabinet and decided to put in the air fryer. Tastes pretty good though, right?
It was back there with the Biscoff, wasn't it?
The what
Yes.
now? What'd you say?
I did not see that, but the Biscoff.
I really thought you said the piss cock. And I was like, it was back there with the what? What are you guys keeping in the kitchenette? Anyway,
Dibs on the ship name.
we have a viewer, but they're accidentally logged into the OSVL account, so pretty sure that's Brandon or Jordan. I don't know who it is. Hi, Brandon or Jordan. Jesus.
It's Brandon.
Okay. Hi, Brandon. Oh, a visitor. Okay. Serona says, thanks, maybe later. And Crash says, am I a joke to you? In response to your edamame offer.
I'm sorry, I can put some oil on it if you want.
There's like a weird robotic like huff, like a sigh. He seems pissed off.
All right. Your loss.
Do either of you guys accept Carlton's edamame? No? Okay.
Oh God, I'm just imagining Atlee like choking on like a little bit of like edamame shell, just choking for like 3 minutes as the thing works down their throat.
No. That's terrible.
Have you ever watched a seal like choke on anything?
No.
It was supposed to be like a forewarning, but it was just really awkwardly funny. Like, all right, buddy, get it out, get it in, whatever you got to do.
Oh no.
Get through this.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. Well, other
Let's
than
just get out of here.
deliberately antagonizing the tower and Crash apparently with food, it's a pretty uneventful arrival. So when you arrive at the Zara spaceport, you disembark the Banshee. Crash and Serona are staying on board, of course. And you're relieved to find no evidence of Imperial occupation, though the planet is controlled by the Empire. So the walls of the spaceport are plastered with propaganda posters, but there's not a single stormtrooper in sight. And Serona waggles her finger at you all in a milfy way, if you can imagine it, as you're disembarking, asking you not to stir up any trouble. She says that, I don't see any stormtroopers here right now. You all better not give them a reason to show up.
Could I stealthily, I'd be happy to roll if I need to. Could I stealthily take one of those posters?
Sure. Yeah, I mean, roll stealth, yeah.
Okay.
Pretty low stakes if someone sees you. They're just going to be like, You're a big fan, huh?
I think my roll 20 closed. I'm so sorry. Hold on.
no. Brandon asked to demonstrate a milfy finger waggle. I myself am not a MILF, but I can try. It's kind of like a regular, like a rude finger waggle is like that kind of finger waggle, like a but a milfy finger waggle is like it's like kind of sassy.
Could we have Mariah demonstrate it?
Yeah, can Mariah give us a milfy finger waggle? I'm sorry. I don't want to be distracted by him, but look how cute he is. He's being really adorable right now. Anyways, okay, yeah, you disbark.
His balls would be. So he's not being cute.
Oh.
Well, I mean, that is cute. He's taking care of himself. Good for you, buddy.
Exactly. Grooming is so cute. I like when they do that. I just realized I looked up at the stream, and my little name placard covers Benji, so he's out of sight. But it's okay. No. You guys can see him. You can enjoy him.
Does it look like you're just petting yourself right now, then?
No, it looks like I'm rubbing some weird white fluffy thing on my bed. Brandon says he'll ask Mariah to do a cameo tomorrow, so tune in on Wednesdays for standard fantasy themed D&D, and you might get to see our DM's wife do a milfy finger waggle. And tune in because he says there's going to be a special surprise. Also, we're really funny. We make way more dick jokes in that campaign. It's kind of on the agenda. All right. Oh my god. I just now saw your message on Roll20. If you're going to say something funny, please just put it in the stream chat.
Hey, aura.
Captain, as a quote by Captain.
I'm sorry, I cut it off. We need it as a soundbite. Go ahead.
No, it's on the stream, don't worry. I'm not going to do it again. Okay. Did you get a chance to roll stealth, Sam?
I think I'm gonna have to forego it.
Is Roll20 not cooperating for you?
No, it's
that's okay.
Really not. It's actually kind of pissing me off.
I can roll it. I had to roll for Atlee last week because their internet was not living up to
the hype.
Yeah. Okay.
I will make one note. My computer was struggling with Roll20 and Zoom at the same time until I changed my browser to Firefox to run Roll20 on.
Oh, interesting.
There we go. Other than Firefox is wrong.
I think I got it.
Okay. Well, please go ahead and roll if you'd like to, because I just rolled you a really pitiful 6. Okay. 22. Oh, no. Will definitely, like, you will succeed for sure at taking one of the propaganda posters without anyone noticing with a 22.
Just like roll it and like fold it up in my pack.
Okay. So did you, like, they all just kind of were like standard military propaganda posters. Some of them had, like, 3 stormtroopers standing in front of each other. Some of them had, like, Emperor Palpatine being like, "We want you."
Yes, that's the one. That's the one. I took the one with Emperor Palpatine, like, Emperor Palpatine wants you.
Yeah,
that's the one I take.
Cool. Yeah. Perfect.
100%.
Great. Okay, so let's take y'all out on the streets. Hit the streets, folks.
Taking it to the streets.
Welcome to Zara. Let's zoom in here for the crowd. There we go. Okay, cool. So Zara is so dilapidated as to be hazardous. The streets are strewn with rubble. Formerly glorious palaces belonging to high-ranking high-ranking Separatist and Trade Federation agents are toppled, blocking entire streets in some places. Still, you stumble upon a small marketplace, which appears to have some life left in it. Welcome to the marketplace. Feel free to explore. Please don't step in those puddles. They are puddles.
Carlton looks around the corner and around the bend, seeing if he can spot an exotic animal salesperson.
Okay.
stall.
You don't spot anything immediately. You can feel free to wander
That's
around, approach any of these
right.
shops.
I kind of look back and wonder why you're looking around so suspiciously now.
Okay, so Carlton Moth, that building that you are in front of, that is a speeder repair shop. You can go in if you want. It's up to you. It's see a big sign in front that says Virgo's Repulsor Lifts and Repair.
I think this is more up Atlee's alley. Hey, Atlee, check this out. I'm gonna go look at some other stores.
Okay. That's a cantina that you're hanging out in front of. And Atlee, you are in front of Zarin Imports and Exports. It's just a trade shop. You're free to go in if you want. Welcome to. Theory, you... Sorry. Hang on, give me a second.
This is the shop that you just found, right, Carlson?
Wait, hold on just a second.
Where are you guys? Where did your tokens go?
Over to the left here.
Oh, you're underneath some of the stuff that I can only see right now.
No, you're at the cantina right now. Where was that shop for like?
This is the speeder repair over here. This is the cantina in the top right. This is just Zarin Imports and Exports down here in the bottom right. And over here is, this is where you would go to re-enter the spaceport if you wanted to like talk to the spaceport administrators for some reason. I don't know why you would. Sheev Wants You is a great title. Thank you for putting it in the Twitch chat, Adam. Okay. Yamnok is kind of walking around, just keeping his eyes peeled, looking for shady characters. Meandering. What are the rest of y'all up to? Have you decided to go into any of these buildings?
Yes, I went in.
Okay, you went into the Zarin Imports. Okay. You are greeted by a female Nemoidian who has a shrewd look in her eye. She seems very serious. She just says, in a cool tone, "Welcome to Zarin Imports. How can I help you?" She's Nemoidian, and she's wearing a name tag that says Shas on it.
Okay, I'm gonna go out really quick and then come back in. Like I'm just gonna run in a complete circle.
Okay. She looks kind of side to side, which is a little bit hard to tell. I don't know how familiar you are with Nemoidian eye structure, but it's difficult to tell where they're looking. But you can tell that she's confused. She says, "Welcome back to Zarin Imports. How can I help you again?"
Hi, what's your name?
My name is Shas. What's your name?
I'm Fury. I'm here to... Sorry, you're not familiar with it because we never did it in person, but I used to do that to Brandon all the time where I would have his NPCs introduce themselves like 3 times.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, anyway, okay. So I am in the market for some grenades of varying nature and effect. I am specifically looking for incendiary, corrosive, and electrifying grenades. Do you have any available?
Okay, so Shas says to you that they may have some incendiary grenades in the back, maybe. That the war didn't really hit Cato Nemoidia until after it had ended, so they're not like huge on arms and weapons here. But she tells you that you might want to go look for a guy named Borlo. Borlo might know some stuff, and he hangs around.
Where can I find Borlo?
Borlo hangs around the marketplace, and Shas says that she doesn't know Borlo very well, but that she knows he's involved in some kind of like unsavory things, and he might know where you can get weapons more easily while you're on Cato Nemoidia.
Are weapons considered unsavory here?
Shas is just like, I don't know why anyone on Cato Nemoidia would need weapons. And
Oh,
you immediately think that that's very naive of her.
okay. Thank you, Shaz.
As
Appreciate it. Can I just sort of like take a gander around the store and like
Yeah,
mosey around and see
sure.
if there's anything that might interest me?
Yeah, absolutely.
I peer in and would like to do the same thing.
Okay, you see like weird odds and ends and trinkets. There's lots of books.
Are there any books about incendiary devices?
Yep.
Bombs, grenades, mines, anything like that?
Okay, you're rifling through a stack of books on a table. You're seeing coloring books. You're seeing history books. You're seeing weird romance novels with like sexy Nemoidians paired on the cover and like dramatically arching their backs as the wind blows through. They don't have hair.
I
They're
would
ele- they
immediately
would
like to buy one coloring book and one romance book.
okay. That'll be 6 credits in total. So go ahead and if you want to add those as custom items to your inventory, you can. Do go ahead and deduct 6 credits.
Do you take that for 5, or is that?
Are you haggling with Shas? She,
I don't mean to be haggling, Shaz. I just think that these are worth 5.
yeah, as you try to haggle Shas down, she looks kind of wistfully at that romance book that you handed her, and you think that she might be kind of hesitant to part with it, but she sighs and reluctantly says, "These are hard times. If 5 is all you can give, 5 is what I'll take."
I hold my hand up and kind of like, thank you from afar. Like I'm not touching them or anything. I'm just like, thank you.
Okay.
As if I was like caressing her cheek.
Her large red eye, the right one, a single tear dribbles from it.
Dribbles. Ew.
Ew. Romance book title, Where Bantha in the Moonlight. That's really funny. I'm going to say, actually, so it's a female Nemoidian in an elaborate dress, and they don't have hair, but they do wear these big fancy hats. So you can tell from the illustration that the wind is like blustering through the hat, and she's being gripped by a big werebantha. A big muscly werebantha. And you know what? There's a pirate ship for good measure. Too.
I'm sorry. What was it called? Where?
A werebantha. The werebantha in the moonlight. Werebantha in the moonlight. So you're now in possession of a Nemoidian coloring book, which just has like plant life, animals, those big towering bridge city buildings, and like Nemoidians in weird regalia and garb. It's clearly from like a when before the war ended at the height of the Trade Federation. And also wear Bantha in the Moonlight. And after they pick up that stack of books, you, Fury, peer over the top of the table and you just barely catch a glimpse of, it's more like a pamphlet than a book. Book is generous. It's a pamphlet. It's like the illustrations on it are kind of cracked. It's weathered. The edges of the pages are fraying. But you see that it says on there, explosives for the curious mind. That's what you find.
Atlee did or I did?
You found that. You follow.
Peered over. I'm preoccupied.
I'm just gonna like automatically give her 5 credits.
Okay.
I'm not even gonna ask.
Okay, when as Fury like goes to get the money, Carlton's gonna use a little sleight of hand to like pull the credits out faster and hand it to the clerk and be like, "Here, I got that for you, Fury." And
thanks.
while you're at it, as Carlton looks at the dealer, he's like, "I heard something about weapons. Do you know somewhere where I can get a replacement for this old buddy?" And he's gonna like just partially lift up the blaster he's got on his hip.
Wait, I'm sorry. So repeat the question. I got distracted.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, just looking to replace a little hardware. Do you happen to know where I can find someone who's got blasters for sale?
Oh, yeah. So Shas repeats what she said about how she says she doesn't know a whole lot about weapons dealings on Cato Nemoidia, but there's a guy named Borlo. He usually hangs around the cantina, and he kind of deals in information. He might know something, but if you're just looking for a hardware repair that Virgo's repulsor list and repair, really they specialize in speeders, but they, Virgo's talented repairman. He might be able to help you out anyway, even with a weapon.
I think I was headed toward the cantina anyway.
Great. As you all, are you leaving? Is everyone leaving the shop? Okay, great. She waves and thanks you for your service. No, not for your. Oh
no! How dare you?
Secrets out.
Thank you for your support, Shaz.
No.
All right. Thank you for coming to the final session of Star Wars D&D.
What can I say except you're welcome for the stars and the stripes and the flag.
Shas would never say that. Shas says, thank you for your business. Which is what I meant to say. Oh God, that makes it seem like I'm constantly out here thanking people for their service. I would never. Shas says, thank you for your business. Come again soon. Thank you for your service. I mean, business is a great title. Thanks, Brandon. Oh my God. Jeez. Okay. So as you exit the shop, you see that Yamnak is leaning against the building, and he's been chatting it up with a male Nemoidian who he's just a day laborer. He's just like a construction worker, and so Yamnak has just been gathering, just kind of chit-chatting, finding out like what up with this planet. It's kind of a shithole, right? Which totally, frankly, that seems like something Yamnak would absolutely say to some random laborer. This planet's kind of a shithole, huh? And the laborer's like, yeah, man. Yeah, it is.
Like, I love this place.
Laborer's like, fuck you, how dare you insult my home?
I love it here. I worked really hard to get here.
Anyway, but so Yamnak waves goodbye to that guy and says, see you later, Dessen. So they're clearly on a first name basis, as he's they've in the time that you were in that store, he established first name basis friendship, acquaintanceship with this random construction worker, and is like, where have you guys been?
Did you say he's in the cantina now?
Oh, so you guys are walking from the shop over to the cantina, so he's following you and like, hey, where you guys been?
In here. You've been talking to Shash. She's been thanking us for our service.
For your service? Aren't we all like...
I mean business.
We're like criminals. Right?
You're saying the quiet part out loud.
You're war criminals. So sorry.
Listen, we are not terrorists.
At least that's how we file our taxes.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus.
Okay.
I'm heading towards cantina.
Okay, as you approach the cantina, I didn't make tokens for all of these NPCs. That would have taken forever, so I didn't do it. Sorry. Sorry, 1 second. I have to delete a weird thing that isn't supposed to be there. Okay. I didn't make tokens for all these NPCs, so you'll just have to imagine. Frankly, the reason is that there's not a lot of there's a lot of Star Wars art, including of like alien OCs for Star Wars out there. Not for Nemoidians. No one wants to draw Nemoidians, apparently. Yeah, so that was very difficult to find. All of the Nemoidians that I was able to find were in like Trade Federation regalia. And, not every Nemoidian is a high-ranking figure in the Trade Federation. Some of them, like the one that you see loitering outside the cantina, are beggars. So you see a man, a Nemoidian man, chilling outside the cantina. He's kind of sitting in the shade. A lot of the foliage that used to be here is kind of withered away. You can tell the vibe from the map. So, it's like dusty and dry and shit. No one's taking good care of the infrastructure here.
How can you give credits to somebody if they're not running a business? You just hand them to somebody?
Oh yeah, credits are so credits can be carried digitally, but they're also physical metal
Okay.
little bars.
Okay.
They kind of look.
I
they're
give
sort
2
of like
little
Are you
credits.
just gonna start
to-
like penny flicking them at people?
No, I was just gonna give 2 to the homeless person.
Uh,
I'm not gonna flick it at him.
He says, thank you, kind bear person. I was
Not wrong.
he says, I was once the viceroy of the Trade Federation. How the great have fallen. How the
about to
mighty have
remark.
fallen.
No.
You're faking not being able to speak not being able to speak basic. Okay.
No.
It's the least we could do. Sorry, it really seems like it's fallen a long way since the days of the Trade Federation.
This would never have happened if I were still the viceroy. You guys do not need to roll insight to tell that this guy's nuts. He was never the viceroy of the Trade Federation.
oh, I was about to ask him questions about how he ran it.
Nope. He is just, like I said, so this actually really shouldn't come as a surprise to anyone that despite the fact that that Cato Nemoidia used to be a thriving planet with ostensibly really effective infrastructure, that ultimately it was basically as if Amazon had a planet. So they weren't doing a very good job of taking care of their most needy. People who needed, healthcare and support services and stuff like that, housing.
The lawn's immaculate.
Yeah. Oh my God. You guys wouldn't even believe what the foliage was like here just a few months ago. Fountains, like moss on the walls, but in an artsy kind of way. Rooftop farming. Lots of like weird indie bars. The cantina is like kind of, feels kind of out of place, a little too casual for this place. Honestly, like just go to Amazon headquarters downtown. It's like that. That's what it was like a few months ago. You're muted, Sam.
Or Starbucks headquarters.
Yeah, exactly.
New plan for my Friday. Well, not this
But
Friday.
don't go there.
Also,
Don't.
think the Amazon domes. The domes. Yeah. Actually, that's almost exactly what Cato Nemoidia was like, except to imagine if the domes are tall and bridgy. Pretty much exactly like domes. Anyone who's not familiar with Amazon domes, obviously we all go to University of Washington, so we're based in Seattle. Google Seattle Amazon domes, you'll know what we're talking about. Okay, cool. So thanks for your generosity. Yeah, great. Is everyone entering the cantina now?
Yes.
Okay, right before you enter, Carlton, are you coming?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Yes, I am.
As you enter, or right before you enter, Yamnak taps you on the shoulder and says, "Hey, bud, I'm gonna hang out here for a second. Can I bum a death stick off you?"
Oh yeah, sure. I'll stick with you. This one sounds like a good plan. Hey, we'll catch up with you guys. Give us a second. Carlton's gonna search his pockets. Oh, I only got a couple of these left. Need to go buy a couple.
Okay, great. Cool. So Yamnak's gonna lean up against the building here and light the death stick that you give him. Atlee and Fury, as you enter, you are greeted by the cantina owner. He's a male Nemoidian. He's also manning the bar, and he's missing an eye. But other than that, seems like pretty like young and healthy and unweathered for a cantina owner who's like somehow keeping his business alive in what seems like an impossible economy. He waves at you. He seems very friendly. And the name of the cantina that you saw as you entered, and the Yamnak and Carlton can see standing outside, is Federation's Folly. And he waves you over and says, "Welcome in. What can I get for you, friends?"
Looking for some sort of beverage in a pouch, almost like a holder, a cup of some sort for transporting, and some sort of food to take on the road. What have you got? Where's your menu?
drink sounded like you were trying to order a Capri Sun.
I was just gonna ask, beverage in a pouch. You mean Capri Suns?
If you have those, I would be delighted.
Okay, so just he looks confused. What just happened?
Oh, they swapped.
Yeah,
I saw it happen.
that was so strange. Um,
That was super weird.
yeah, okay.
I accidentally clicked something.
That was
Yeah.
so weird. Carlson and Atlee just like your pictures just swapped. Like even in Zoom.
That's okay. That's a really easy fix, but that's so strange that happened.
I don't think
not
it had
sure on
anything to
stream,
do
it's
with
like
your
5
background, Adam.
minutes.
What, Emmy? What did you say?
I'm like 5 minutes delayed on the Zoom, but it seems safe so far.
Okay. All right. Well, I switched you guys back. That was easy. That was odd.
So weird.
Okay. So he asked you to describe the beverage again. He's like, what, any particular kind of, just any liquid in a pouch is fine with you?
Oh, you have options. We've been stuck on a facility ship that just had 3 options, and they were not my favorite. So I'm looking to branch out. Whatever you've got, I would be interested in.
Okay.
Sorry, Dan.
So he says, I don't know if we have pouches. I've got plastic bags that we use to store food. I could give you as like a straw. Okay. So he says to you, dealer's choice then? What?
Dealer's choice, please, by all means.
Okay. He comes back with what to us as Earthlings looks just like a Ziploc sandwich bag. And it's filled with a clear, slightly fizzy looking, like pale pink liquid. And he gives you a curly straw with it. The curly straw is blue, to contrast with the pink liquid. So he holds up the pouch by its corners and presents it to you and says, this is the last of our liquor imports, this is some of the last of our liquor imports from before all this happened. Authentic Dathomirian cactus juice. And he hands it to you.
Oh, how interesting. Does it pair with anything?
You hungry?
I am. Yes, I'm looking for some. Why did I almost say lambas bread? I'm looking for something to take on the road with me.
Okay. He says, well, we're in a bad way here. We've got bread and we've got meat. Would you like meat or would you like bread?
Bread?
Yeah. He hands you, or he turns around. He kind of shuffles into the back in the kitchen. He's clearly the only one working at this cantina, and he comes back with on like a tin plate, just a single slice of what, again, to your Earthling mind, is a slice of untoasted Wonder Bread. And it looks really stale. Like, it looks like they probably store their bread in the freezer because they've fallen on hard times. So you can't just be leaving bread to sit out. God knows what's going to happen to it. It might mold. And then you're shit out of luck and you have no bread. So, not the domes! Adam, the domes! So he gives you, Adam changes his background to the domes.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay, I don't know what you.
Oh my God, he totally did.
That's what they are. They always look so pretty. I meant to go in and look at them. I didn't know that was Amazon. Damn it.
I know, it's upsetting, right? You're like, oh, how nice. Maybe that's like a public botanical garden. No. It's Amazon. Anyways, so yeah, Kret, the cantina owner, you see his name tag, by the way, so you guys know that his name is Kret. So he's kind of young, but he's grizzled and missing an eye. And he hands you that stale piece of Wonder Bread to go with your makeshift Capri Sun, basically. Enjoy, he says.
Thank you. Can I close out my tab now, or do we just?
Oh, yeah. If whatever works for you.
Thank you.
He peers over the bar at Fury and says, "How about you, friend?"
I am looking for Boslo, and what happened to your eye?
That's kind of a rude question, but
Oh, it is. I'm sorry.
um,
Wait, which one?
About my eye, obviously.
Oh, sorry.
But
Forget
if you, no, it's fine. You got me started. If you must know, I was a veteran of the Clone Wars, but who wasn't, right?
Oh,
Who wasn't?
thank you for your service. I'm looking
Thank
for
you for your business.
We're just shouting at each other now.
He really hasn't bought anything, but I did.
So you're continually asking for Boslo, and he's confused because he doesn't know anyone by the name of Boslo. He knows a Borlo, and he thinks maybe you're talking about the same person. But
I did mean
he's
Borlo,
taking this
sorry.
opportunity to talk about he wants to talk about himself and about how he's a war veteran. You got him started. You shouldn't have asked about his eye. And so he starts regaling you with all these stories, and he's telling you about he starts from like his initial training, like from the start of his military career.
Did you meet Borlo at basic?
Say again?
Did you meet Borlo at basic?
No, Atlee said something, or Emmy said something. What's up?
As you should. You should.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Like every story he tells, I'm like, is that where you met Borlo? Is that where you met Borlo? Is that where you met Borlo?
So he tells you about how he's a veteran of the Clone Wars, and he once right before the Separatists tragically failed in their endeavors, that he was the commander of the Lucrehulk. A Lucrehulk class battleship, and ultimately was exiled back to his home of Cato Nemoidia. And he's feeling pretty bitter about it. You can tell he's bitter. You can tell he had kind of the spirit of an adventurer. And when he's finally finished with his story, he says, "Oh yeah, you're looking for Borlo. No, I didn't mean Borlo in the service. Borlo's a loser, and he hangs out usually in that corner." And he tilts his head to the corner, indicating a table where Borlo is sitting. And Borlo is a crusty, slimy-looking human. You are just disgusted by him in every way. He has greasy hair. You can tell if he, like, even not approaching him, like over from the bar, you can just tell, like, that whole table that he's sitting at is kind of covered in, like, a film of dirt and sweat and oil, and that it smells bad over there. And he's got, like, a stack of cups and plates next to him, with like fruit flies swarming around them. You're like, this is disgusting. And you make eye contact with Kret, like, what the hell is going on over there? And Kret's like, he won't let me get near him. I have to wait until I close up.
So I'm just gonna like stay exactly where I am, and I'm gonna be like, Borlo, I'm not coming over there, but I need grenades. Do you have grenades?
Shouting across the
yeah, because I don't want to go anywhere near him. I hear you might have grenades. Do you have any grenades, Borlo? Borlo, yeah.
Hey, Kret, are we allowed to smoke in here?
Are you like peering your head through the door and asking if you're allowed to smoke?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So Kret looks you dead in the eye and says, "Of course, does this look like the domes to you?" And by the he's referring to a fancy, like, gentrified bar that used to be a competitor of his before the Clone Wars ended. That was the domes, and they were big glass domes full of foliage.
Interesting.
Carlton, as he's like peering around the side, he like pulls out like a death stick and like holds it out towards Fury. He's like, "This might help with the smell." Just a hunch.
Okay.
Just wait. You don't have to smoke it. Just wave it around at like
no,
like
it's fine. I'm doing it now. Hey, Borlo. Borlo.
Yamnak follows you guys in, and he just sits silently at the bar.
Grenades. I need grenades.
Yeah. So you still have not approached Borlo at all?
No, I'm not going anywhere near him.
Okay. He's hanging his head, and he kind of looks up at you and says, "I don't know what the hell you're talking about."
Okay, that's fine. You know what? Don't worry about it.
I turn somewhere else. And I start to talk to Kret. And I kind of lean on the thing and I'm like, so Cret,
Mhm.
Since you're exiled, how do you feel about going on an adventure?
Are you kidding me right
Yes.
now? I would love, you know it. I would love to go on an adventure, but look, do you see? I'm holding this community together. This cantina alone is holding this
We have
cantina.
an engineer who could make an eye for you.
Again, that's kind of rude. I'm doing just fine without my eye,
Listen.
thank you.
You're very sensitive.
Do you see me crying?
Well, then you're saying it's rude.
I said it's rude. I didn't say I was hurt. Oh, you made Shaft cry? He shouts at you. He's pissed. He's really mad. Shaft is his cousin.
My good sir, they were not tears of sadness. They were tears of joy and pleasure.
His one eye like widens and his jaw drops in horror because Shas is his cousin. And he's really upset to hear you talking about his cousin like that. And have you finished that bread yet? That stale slice of bread?
I think in my back pocket along with everything else.
You put the makeshift Capri Sun in your back pocket with a piece of stale bread?
Yep.
Okay. He snatches that plate away from you, and you hear him mutter disgusting under his breath as he goes back to the kitchen to wash up your dishes.
Cret, come back.
You hear him grumbling, you hear the water running and like dishes clanking in the background. He's not coming back. I mean, he will eventually. He's holding this community together, man. Jesus.
Now we have no grenades, no Cret. What are we supposed to do?
Yamnak's like, I go ask around him like maybe that like construction worker guy that I talked to. Maybe he knows something. You guys are like really not gonna go up to that guy just because he smells bad? For real?
The only one wearing a ventilator is Yamnon.
Carlton's gonna like
Yeah,
look around.
basically.
So like we're still outside, right? With the like me and Yamnok, right?
No, you guys went back in to smoke cigarettes because you're allowed to smoke cigarettes in the cantina because this is not a bougie kind of establishment. It's not anything like the domes.
Okay.
Kret's a war veteran. He gets that sometimes people just need to light up a death stick.
All right, touche. You know,
I am legitimately not going near that man.
I was
I
imagining
can do
we
my
were-
business from here.
Yeah.
I start
Okay.
counting my credit.
Kret hollers from the back kitchen, "Do your business where?"
Here.
In the
Cret,
washroom.
we're waiting for you.
He rushes outside. You hear dishes clatter in the back. It sounds like he dropped a bunch of stuff, but they're all like tin dishes, so it's fine. He says, you need to do your business outside."
Wait, no, Cret. We'd like to do our business with you. I'm so glad that you came back. So what we're doing?
He digs his face. He's like resting his, like, you know how like people will like do that? He's doing that, but he like hooks two of his fingers in his empty eye socket. He's like exasperated.
Oh. You got your oh.
I think I saw some crusties come out.
Oh no.
You got your fingers in your socket.
He says, "Yeah, what about it?"
Nothing, it's fine. Oh.
Come on, Cret. Look, we're great to be around.
I gotta get out of this place. I'm gonna vomit.
He seems really exasperated. He says, "Do not vomit in my establishment."
We could vomit together, Cret.
Could you not stick your fingers in your socket? Then?
I'll stick my fingers wherever I want.
Well, that's gonna make me vomit. So, fair warning.
He says, "Well, you should tell your tall friend not to stick their fingers wherever they want."
Cret, wherever you want them, I will put them. And if it's
No.
nowhere, I can put them nowhere.
No. This is no, he's not consenting.
Kret says, "You are on thin ice, my friend."
There's
If anyone's
no
gonna
ice
put
here.
something
This
in
is
Kret's
a
eye
green
hole,
box.
it's gonna be Kret.
Oh.
Does Carlton say that?
Yeah.
Yamnak points. Kret removes his fingers from his eye socket and points at Carlton and says, "This fella gets it."
Absolutely. Just I think you need it in the kitchen. I think I heard Cred calling.
I'm Cret. Of course I'm needed in the kitchen. Did you not hear me telling them I'm single-handedly holding this community together? Me and my cousin, my cousin
Very
Shas.
upset.
Well, everything was fine before you showed up. Do your business outside. Yeah,
Me
he's pointing at
specifically?
you. He's like, you've been harassing me about my disability. You wouldn't listen to
I
my war
harassed
stories.
It was very enjoyable hearing about your war stories
we
and how you
loved your
lost your
war
eye.
stories.
Oh, so you want okay, great. So he launches into another spiel. He's telling you more because
Okay.
what he heard was that you want to hear his war stories. So he's
Great.
talking. He's
Is-
wiping down
is
the
that where
counter
you met
absentmindedly. And he's when he hears you say Borlo, he stops wiping for a second and says, "I already told you, Borlo's a loser. He's in the corner." And Borlo looks up when he hears that. He's like, "I'm not a loser." Anyway,
Adley, do you think we should? I think we should probably go talk to Borlo. I don't think
Jeez,
these guys are gonna want us to stick around much longer if we keep this up.
Can I see anything with my ultraviolet sight? On Warlow?
what does ultraviolet sight do?
It advanced proficiency on a wisdom check for sight perception.
Okay, that's really interesting because humans have ultraviolet sight, so I don't really understand what that means. Like we can see
I don't know what it's
ultraviolet
called.
light. Okay.
It's just better than humans, is what it is.
Okay. So what does it give you? Sorry.
Yeah, ultraviolet sight. Whenever you make a wisdom check related to sight, you are considered to have expertise in the perception skill.
Okay. Yeah, if you would like to make a perception check to see what you notice about Borlo as you approach him, besides the fact that he's stinky and gross, you can.
So I make a wisdom or a perception?
Oh my god.
You know what? I can make a perception. I think I did that wrong. I can make a perception.
You're in luck because you did do it wrong. Please roll perception and not wisdom, so I can ignore your nat 1. Oh yeah, a
It was a
17.
2, thank you.
Okay, so with your 17 perception, for as far as like sight goes, the only thing that you're able to notice that the others haven't noticed is that as you approach, it looks like he was kind of in the middle of a game of like solitaire sabacc. That's sabacc by yourself. And but the cards are like so covered in grime that they almost blend in with his dirty dishes and the table and his weird grimy fingernails. And you also notice that he has a nose ring. But as far as the vibes that you're able to detect with that pretty tight perception check, you get a bad vibe immediately. Immediately you're like, this guy doesn't seem like a weapons dealer. Like he seems like at best like a fucking tattletale. Like you're getting a bad vibe from him. But you won't know more unless you talk to him.
Okay.
Feel free
Carlton, you can go talk to Dirty Nose Ring if you want. He's playing a little bit of solo solitaire. But I think I'll
solitaire sabacc.
Single nose ring playing solitaire sabacc sounds like my kind of crowd. I'll leave you here with Crusty.
It's Cret, and I love him.
If you're still sitting at the bar, Cret's still telling war stories. Oh, what up with my camera? Hang on.
I just kind of like sit there enamored. Not in a romantic way, just in like a very platonic, like, what a good guy. What a good bro. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, your camera is just really not cooperating.
No, it's not. That's weird.
It's just giving up. It's just your camera needs corrective lenses now.
I'll just continue to be blurry, I guess. I don't know. Whatever, it's fine. All right, so are you approaching Borlo?
Oh yeah, Carlton's gonna walk up to his table, and he sees that a table on the way has like a half nice has like a half full glass of water. So he's gonna grab that, and as he's walking over, and he says, "Hey, Borlo,
roll a perception check."
Oh, okay. Just a second.
It's not wisdom, by the way. It's actually in the skills.
Why is this not checked? Nothing is checked. Oh yeah, I can't turn off the advantage. But yeah, okay.
Okay. Great. Well, I'm not
First.
going to count that nat 1. If I had counted that nat 1, that was going to be someone's dip spit cup.
Well, it would have made this next part even worse because when Carlton walks up to him, he's gonna like fake trip and like splash the water onto onto him to give him a little bit of a rinse before he. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And he's gonna grab like a fistful of napkins and then just start just wiping Borlo's face. Like, oh no, oh, I'm so sorry. Okay. And then,
So Borlo stands up. He's pissed off. He's kind of like he's not having it. And he like wipes the water off his face. His like wet hair is dripping now. It already looked like sopping wet because it was just that greasy, but now it's like actually dripping water. And he takes off his jacket. And Atlee, how close you went back to the bar, right?
I'm at the bar. I'm
at the
enamored.
bar. Okay. As he takes off his jacket, he's wearing like a big, heavy trench coat, and he's kind of short. Carlton, how tall are you again? You're like 5'10" or something like that?
Yeah, not that tall.
Okay. You still tower over Borlo because Borlo's like 5'4". He's a small dude. So he's wearing, I wouldn't call Borlo a short king. There's lots of short kings in the galaxy far, far away. Borlo is not one of them. Anyway, he's wearing this like way too big trench coat that he never removes. And so like Kret notices from afar that he's taking it off. He's like, oh, that's weird. Anyway, so as he removes it, what?
That's weird. And then just keeps going on with the war story.
Yeah, no, he does. He interrupts. He's like, "What's Borlo doing?" And then continues regaling you with the tales of his service. Anyway, but you, Carlton, notice as he takes his jacket off that on the inside of his left wrist, he has a small little tattoo, and it's the Imperial insignia. And he turns his wrists like back towards himself. He tries to kind of like he's being very conspicuous about trying to hide that from you. But it's too late. You've seen it because you splashed that water on him.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, so he stands up. He's like, "What the hell is wrong with you?" Sorry. No, actually, no. He has kind of a weird squeaky, mousy voice. He's like, "What the hell is wrong with you? What's wrong with you, guy? What do you think you're doing?"
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. I don't know how I'm gonna ever, live with the guilt of this today. I'm just gonna have to go back to my fried edamame and, try to enjoy that somehow. I wonder how.
A guy's just trying to enjoy his afternoon, playing some solitaire sabacc, and he gets assaulted by a stranger in a strange land. Anyway, he's shuffling to put his coat back on.
But you're a strange land. You're a traveler too. I just kind of like peer over, and that's none
of your business.
Well, he's not a stranger now. You know each other.
He's like adjusting his coat vigorously. He's kind of like swiping his like pile of solitaire sabacc into a pile, trying to stack it all up and get the hell out of there. He's like, "That is not anyone I want to know."
As he's like picking up his like jacket or whatever after he like shook it off or whatever, Carlton's gonna reach over and be like, "Here, I'll help you. I'll help you. I'm so sorry." And he's gonna like try and like brush off like some of the water off the jacket. And as he does, he's gonna like reach into the pockets and
roll
like
sleight of
try
hand.
and like, yeah.
Oh no! Wait, hang
Totally.
on. No, I'm pretty sure you have like advantage or some bullshit on that because of your class, but I need to check.
I totally, yeah.
I'm pretty sure you do have advantage on that. Hang on. Whoops.
On the character sheet, there's advantage, normal, and disadvantage, I think. At the top underneath the class, race, subclass. Your character name.
Yeah, like the extension isn't working for me, so it's not like
Oh
showing those
yeah,
options.
it doesn't show all of your feats, but I am almost certain that you have advantage on sleight of hand because of your class.
Okay, yeah.
We need to go in and like add that manually from your. Actually, I'm gonna put a message in the Discord later, but I really need all of you guys to like send me a PDF copy of your character sheets from Star Wars 5e because your Roll20 character sheets are missing a lot of stuff, and for some reason you guys are like really adamant about not fixing it. So I'll do it so that the character sheets actually work where they're
Sure,
supposed to.
actually, now that you mentioned that, yeah, it was a little weird when I opened this up. Like my proficiencies or whatever were not checked on any of my like options or whatever.
Yeah. So I want you guys to actually get your proficiencies and stuff. But like the reason that I know that is because your class is like very similar to like a rogue class in regular 5e, and so I'm very sure that you should have that you should be proficient or whatever. You should either be proficient or be able to have advantage in sleight of hand. Either way, you succeed in withdrawing a small paper notepad from one of his interior pockets, which strikes you as odd. People don't really, this is like kind of out of the ordinary for people to be keeping paper notepads to write with. Odd.
Oh no, Carlton doesn't find that weird at all.
Okay.
Carlton's got a good old leather-bound paper notebook right here.
Okay, then instead it occurs to you immediately, I would think this man a man of class were it not for his atrocious behavior and smell.
Do I snag? Do I like get a wide grip and like snag his like pen as well?
Sure.
With it? And I get to like compare his like pen to mine. You're like, Bic or non?
Yeah, sure. You're horrified to find that it's a gel pen.
It's a gel.
So it would smudge. It'd be just a nightmare. And when you open it up and start reading his notes, like you're like, smudgy, terrible,
like greasy,
yeah,
smudgy, like...
exactly. Because his hands are always greasy and grimy. So anyway, he snatches up his sabacc deck and hustles out of there. And you hear Kret stops telling his war stories to say, Boilo, you shitbag, get back here. Your tab's still open. But it's too late. Okay. Barlow's gone.
It's all right. I'll how much does he owe?
He'll be back. Don't worry about it. Borlow's always back, that loser.
Hey, Atlee, can you hold these real quick? And he's gonna hand you like 5 death sticks, like just like a fistful of them. And sorry, I gotta find somewhere to put those. I left my the box in that guy's pockets. Check out this. Look what I found. Just happened to be on the floor,
Okay.
Coincidentally.
Yamnak's like, hey, can I see that? He's asking you for the notepad, the greasy notepad.
Yeah, sure.
You hand it to me. It's like he laughs and is like, bro, this is disgusting. This is nasty.
Well, like the content or the actual notebook? Because at this point, it could be either.
Oh yeah, like I can barely read this. Just like this notebook is gross. And he hands it back to you. Oh, that was a tender moment.
I got a hug for eating all of this cough in 3 days. Look, it's empty.
Oh, okay.
There's no nutritional value. It's all sugar. I thought it had protein. I was wrong.
Yeah, cookie butter does not have any nutritional value at all. Anyway, Yamnak's like, me? You dare me to lick it?
Yeah, I'll give you a credit.
I'm not taking my mask off and licking that thing for 1 credit.
Damn it.
You're out of your mind.
He's got to take his mask off.
2 credits?
2 credits?
Nah, I'm good. Maybe some other time.
3.
We got to
with
take
my
her?
3 fingers. I looked it up.
3? 3? 3's kind of high. Could almost get a pack of dust.
Yamnak points at the bartender. Kret and is like, ask that guy.
Hey, Kret. How would you like to make 2 credits? 1 credit, half a credit. If I just dare you to.
Kret's like, we're falling on hard times here, but I'm not a circus. Oh god, they don't have monkeys. Shit. What's What is the name of the creature that Salacious B. Crumb is?
Salacious B. Crumb?
Hang on. Salacious B. Crumb is that little weird monkey thing that is in Jabba's palace. I'll just look it up real quick. Oh, no! Oh,
Yes.
I just exited out of Roll20.
Oh, no.
It's fine. It's not that big a deal. It's going to reopen the right way.
Yeah, it's all
hopefully.
still up for us, so
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
Carlton is just going to he's gonna go ahead and crack that thing open, just kind of like take 2 pages that are stuck together and just slowly peel them apart.
Ew, they crackle. Yep.
I'm gonna need some Gojo after this.
Some what?
Gojo. It's the Motrin of mechanics.
Okay. Salacious B. Crumb is a Kowakian monkey lizard. Interesting. Okay, you guys can look up what Salacious B. Crumb looks like.
Okay.
Yeah, Kowakian monkey lizard. So anyway, Kret says to you, you know we're falling on hard times, but I'm not a Kowakian monkey lizard. Not here for your entertainment.
Okay, you're
Scoffs
lost.
at you.
Too proud from your war stories, I see.
Okay, so you open up his notebook and you can tell, like almost to me, I mean, it's really difficult to read because A, Borlo has really shitty handwriting. Secondly, he's a dumbass and he writes in gel pen. And third, he's dirty and disgusting and his notebook is covered in like weird thumbprints and like mystery residue. It's disgusting. Roll insight.
Insight, here we come. Oh man, looking into the mind of a insight.
Oh, okay. All right. You just think they're like, just, you think it's like, sweat and spit and like snot and, just like weird food residue and stuff.
So gross, but not enough to get the black light.
Yeah. Exactly. You peel it open and you're kind of flipping through it. You're reading along and you realize pretty quickly that it seems like this guy was probably an informant, like an Imperial informant. He's just been like, you see like any kind of evidence of like weird, like just petty drug deals, people grumbling about like, says stuff like, on Monday, Shas, the shopkeeper, complained that things were better before the Empire, blah, 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 just like crap like that. And you flip far enough and you start to find actually, excuse me, you find like weird erotic drawings, or you can tell that the artist intended them to be erotic, but they're actually just like disembodied boobs and stuff. Like it's very juvenile, which is weird because Borlo seemed kind of old, seemed kind of like middle-aged probably. So just like one page that's like almost like tessellations of dicks, tessellations of cartoon dicks.
It's universal.
Do gel pens work on Durasheet? What the fuck is Durasheet?
Isn't it like waterproof?
Yeah, do you mean like a Right in the Rain kind of situation? I'm pretty sure gel pens...
Just to update you, we're looking at dick pics from Warlow's notebook.
Yeah, okay, so to get you caught up, Carlton successfully picked Borlo's pocket after dumping some water on him. Borlo got up in a huff and left. Carlton also noticed that Borlo had the Imperial insignia tattooed on the inside of his wrist. So that's sus. And then after picking his pocket, and Borlo ran out, still with a tab at the cantina. Durasheet is the closest thing to paper in Star Wars universe. I didn't know that there was a name for it. That's really interesting. I'm going to say that, yeah, gel pen does work on it because I already have taken it this far that he was using gel pen on his notepad. I'm not going back now. But gel pens don't work on Right in the Rains. I'm almost certain. So don't try that. It won't work. titled Desolations and Dicks. Yeah. So he this notepad is nasty. At first, Carlton was like, "Oh, a man of class like myself who still takes notes the old-fashioned way," and then he realized like this thing is fucking disgusting, and that he wrote in gel pen, and he just as if it were even possible to lose more respect for Borlo.
A godless heathen.
Yeah, who uses gel pen, so they dared Yamnak to lick it for 1 credit. Yamnak was like, absolutely not. I'm not taking off my mask for 1 credit. You guys are disgusting. And he pointed at Kret and was like, ask him to do it. And Kret was like, we've fallen on hard times, but I'm not a Kowakian monkey lizard. I'm not here for your entertainment. Kowakian monkey lizard is what Salacious B. Crumb is. So then they started peeling it open, flipping through it. It became obvious almost immediately that
peeling it open.
Yeah, like... and it peels open with like a crackle, like.
And just out of curiosity, what does it smell like?
No.
Musty.
Musty.
It's musty. Yeah. And. It becomes obvious almost immediately that Atlee's tattletale vibe check was accurate. That they were on the right path. That Borlo was clearly an Imperial informant. He was writing down anything from like petty drug deals to like Shas was grumbling that her life was so much better before the Empire, shit like that.
He's been taking notes for the Imperials. Sea Fury.
What?
He hands it to you, but it's on the dick page. It's on the page that just has a bunch of juvenile drawings of dicks, and they're like tessellated. So that's actually kind of impressive that they're tessellated that nicely, despite being really crude drawings.
I like the idea that Carlton's like tricking Fury into like looking at the notebook and just showing the dicks.
I don't like that.
But yeah, no, looks like our grenade-toting friend here was taking notes for the Imperials. Might have to be careful around these parts if they've got tabs being run.
Okay. Kret overhears you and is like, Borlo? Borlo's a rat too? Ugh. I'll just close this tab out myself. I don't want scum like him back in here.
Yeah.
It's almost like you're rewarding him for being scum.
Kret looks down at you and is like, why don't you mind your business? How I run my business is none of your business.
Well, you're running your business based on the business that we were in. So you're kind of in our business too. So it's mutually beneficial for both of us to be in each other's business.
Stop saying business.
Business.
He yells at you.
Business.
Thank you for your business.
Business. So sorry.
He looks you dead in the eye and says, thank you for your support. His tone changes drastically.
I'm like, what can I say except you're welcome?
Okay. Yamnak stands up. He kind of like stretches. He didn't get anything to eat or drink. Just like smoking that death stick outside was plenty for him. I guess he finished smoking it inside. I think you guys came inside to smoke. This is not only a smoking permitted establishment, it's a pro-smoking establishment.
It's encouraged.
Yeah. Jeez. Okay. What do you guys want to do? You're chilling in this cantina. Your goal is to find Darga the Hutt, ultimately. You really need to get some information.
Yeah.
All right, Carlton. We just lost our one lead for weaponry. It seems like we might have got ratted out. What do you have?
Carlton...
Your spicer.
Carlton, like, as he's standing up and stretching, is like, why are we looking for weapons? We have plenty of weapons. Aren't we supposed to be finding Darga?
I always need more weapons.
Okay.
And I always need snacks.
And we were in a town. I figured I would ask. But we can go find Garble the hut. My hut. Gobble my hut.
On a safe
I'm so
planet
sorry.
like this, maybe if we did actually find a weapons dealer of some sort, they might be connected to the underground. If this planet really is as nice as they say it is.
Yamnak nods and shrugs and says, can't hurt, but maybe we can just like ask around.
All right. Carlton's gonna leave the cantina then, and I guess like go down the street.
So as you leave the cantina, you stop in your tracks immediately. Are the rest of you leaving the cantina?
Yeah.
Okay, Yamnak is too. He follows Carlton. So you guys are kind of exiting the cantina, and you stop in your tracks because right past you were like a bunch of thugs on speeders. You think they're thugs? I don't know. Maybe you're making a snap judgment. It seems kind of disrespectful, but whatever. They whiz past you on speeder bikes. A low wind causes deep bass sounds to waft up from gaps in the city streets, which open into short shafts before continuing on to I didn't write this on into open air beneath the bridge city. The sounds of repulsor lists fill the street as 5 swoop bikes circle around you and then turn as though to attack. The swoop bikers' leader, a tough-looking human woman with spiky black hair, eggs the thugs on as they circle you. So they kind of like push you all. I'm going to show you where they push you all to. And then they encircle you. Hang on. Give me just a second. Let me pull them up to the right layer. There they are.
Very. No grenades.
We
need to talk to them.
Make no promises.
Okay, so they're on speeder bikes. I didn't like actually physically give them all speeder bikes, but I'll show you what they look like. Thought you'd want to see that. They look like that. I wonder. I hope they can see that on the stream.
Oh, interesting.
They kind of can. Anyway, they look like speeder bikes. That's what they look like. Anyway. So the leader of the gang is clearly this woman. And her name is Kesra. And you know that because you hear these thugs kind of yell out. They're like, short shafts. These titles write themselves. I didn't actually write that, but you're right. Two fingers deep in a crusty eye socket.
Jesus Christ.
Okay. Anyway, Jesus. You hear one of the bikers, this one, hollers out as you hear him like rev his engine, and he says, "Come on, Kesra, you've been hankering for some action." Clearly like trying to egg her on, like he wants some kind of violent altercation immediately.
Look, Cresta, we don't have any disagreement here. Why don't you get off the speeder bike? Come on. We can talk this out.
So she does. She gracefully dismounts her speeder bike. She pulls a pack of death sticks from the inside of her jacket. It's like a cool leather jacket, cropped, like lots of zippers and stuff. And she lights one up, and
but as she goes to light it, I want Carlton to like actually pull the lighter out first.
Oh, okay. Roll performance.
Tell her she has a wicked tat.
Yeah, I just hear the little like vocoder. Tell her she has a wicked, just like whatever it translates. You got a wicked tat. Okay. She's appreciative, but thinks you're kind of awkward. Sorry, that I can't. I wish I could count that 19 up there because she would be very flattered. But she thinks you're kind of awkward. I like your tattoo.
She takes a drag from her death stick and exhales and kind of like blows it all towards you in your little bunched up circle that you're in.
Frantically wave away. Oh no, thank you.
Yamnak coughs dramatically. He's like being a dick. He's
Can I start like just trying to walk away?
Sure, which direction? Okay, they close they like whip the tails of their speeder bikes in to prevent you from doing that.
Excuse me, your speeder bike tail is in my way. I'm just trying to go that way.
They rev it more aggressively.
That's not helpful.
Okay, this one like growls at you, but it's kind of funny because he's a human, so it's like hard for them to make growling noises. It's just like
I'm just gonna kind of laugh at him.
He was louder. Anyway, so more about Kestra. This slender human woman is clearly a veteran of many battles. She has numerous scars and marks of combat across her face, arms, and hands. Her spiky black hair matches the dark armored clothing she wears, and a perpetual sneer adorns her face.
It's tattooed on there.
The real MVP, the real MILF player.
Right.
She's too young to be a MILF, but anyways.
No.
I mean, no, she's not. I guess really anyone who's old enough to be a mom is old enough to be a MILF. Anyways, she takes a drag from that death stick, blows it all towards you guys, and hollers over at Fury. We're not done over here yet. Kind of, just, she's like trying to, hang on. She's going to roll intimidation. Give me a second. Oh, God.
Oh. Well, she's rolling intimidation.
She got a nat 20 on intimidation. I was not expecting that. You're very you're scared shitless here. You're like, what? You're taken aback.
Can I try just quickly turning on my jetpack and leaving vertically?
I guess. I wish you wouldn't, but yeah.
Okay.
No, it's fine. Do it. There's literally nothing to stop you from doing that if you feel that's what Fury would do.
I noticed you're like tickling the igniter clip on your thing, getting ready to jump off. And I go, oh, are you guys the arms dealers? You guys are here for the drugs and weapons that we're looking for.
Oh, and I saw.
To try and distract.
Yeah.
Okay. Kestra laughs at you, takes another drag of her death stick and says, she says, she like sneers at you. You guys are all intimidated by her very high intimidation roll, by the way. And she says, oh, it's all right. I can see you guys are new around here. I guess no one told you that this is our turf, and you punks need a landing permit. It's 1,000 credits per passenger. She's demanding money from you.
Oh, it's extortion. Okay.
Did you say that? Okay.
I don't have any lunch money.
Do you say that?
Mm-hmm.
We have like a lot of money. We just came from a job.
I really don't have like much of a filter. I'm not gonna lie.
Apparently neither does Atlee, because Kestra peeks up and is like, oh yeah, you have a lot of money. So the fee won't be a problem for you then. You guys are still intimidated by her. You're still like freaked out.
Well, you said you're an arms dealer. How about this one? And then he just raises his clinky.
You're okay. And Kestra's like,
not mine though.
Okay. Kestra's like, I didn't actually tell you guys what my business is, and frankly, it's none of yours. Pay up. I don't want to make this more difficult than it needs to be.
I'm gonna whisper
Neither do we.
Over to Carlton and be like, can I shoot them now?
Oh, we have to get to Darga. We need to play this out.
All right, just tell me when it's time.
You can pay in kisses. I know that one of us is good for it. I'm just very nervous now. I'm utterly intimidated to a point where I just am saying nervous, weird things.
Okay, Kestra looks you all up and down and kind of like peers around because Yamnak is sort of like hiding in the corner behind and is like, yeah, you guys are not my type. Let's get this over with. And extends her hand. She's waiting for 1,000 credits from each of you.
What's your type? Yeah, what's your type? I want to know more.
I don't know what to make you roll for this. Like, geez.
Acrobatics, because I'm such a tall fuck.
Guessing you don't like a lot of hair.
What? Are you talking about yourself, Rita?
Yeah, of course. You said I'm not your type.
That's me. That's me. That's not, I was not sure if you were talking. That's not Kestra. Jesus. I wasn't expecting you guys to do this, so I haven't really played out how Kestra was going to respond to you trying to flirt with her. My bad.
Listen, we don't have a guard.
Atlee,
okay?
what were you trying to do with that nat 1 acrobatics roll?
Oof. Oof.
I was trying to kiss her hand.
Oh,
Okay,
no.
so as you lean forward and take, try to, so Kestra is extending her hand, waiting for credits. Atlee reaches out trying to take Kestra's hand to kiss it. And immediately falls flat on their face. There's actually like a weird dirty puddle right in front of Kestra's feet that was separating the two of you. So your face lands in that weird dirty puddle. And she part of that is because you like went out to reach to grab for her hand and she withdrew it immediately. She was like, the hell? So you take 1 damage, and you choke on a little bit of dirty puddle water.
My bad.
Do you say
So not tall.
Carlton's gonna offer a hand to help Atlee up.
Okay.
It's okay, I operate down on this level quite regularly. Please, Kestra, let's be reasonable here. 1,000 credits, this is a shakedown. You and I both know this. We pay you 250 apiece. We call it even. After all, we're here to talk. We're actually looking for you.
I spit the dirt out. 250. I paid 5 for a smut novel. I feel like this is much less value.
Roll persuasion. Carlton, not Atlee. Oh god. Jeez. Okay.
Can I use the inspiration that Brandon gave me from when I was chatting in your guys' game?
No.
No. I wish it worked that way because I would love for you guys to succeed at this. But Kestra chuckles and says, call it what you want. Our turf is our turf, and our prices are our prices. And I won't settle for less than 1,000 each.
All right.
Fine, then take me to your leader.
Okay, she just looks at you like you're being a weirdo because you are. Anyway, you hear Yamnak like mumble under his breath. I'm kind of like about had enough of this, guys. And at that same moment, this one over here, he's like clutching a vibro blade in one hand, and he like does like a cool spin with it, like a flick of the wrist, and he revs his engine, and just like shouts like, Kestra, get on with it, which like he's like one of these lizard people things. I don't remember what their species is called. I could look at my NPC thing, but that is what their voices sound like in canon. They're like, Kestra, get on with it. That's what they sound like.
Okay. 1,000 credits each. Carlton's gonna actually go for the money and pull it out.
Okay. Yamnak's like, dude, what are you doing?
We need to get to Darga. We can't get hung up too early in the mission. It's okay. I'm sure the senator will reimburse us.
Okay.
Carlton's completely BSing.
Just say that out loud for everyone to hear.
Did you say that to Yamnak?
He says it under his breath on Yamnak, like on the sly.
Brandon wants to know, are they Trandoshans? Yes, they are. I could not remember the name of the lizard people species. Sorry, you did say it out loud. What's that?
Whispered it to Yamnak.
Okay, sorry, let me double check on what Kestra's passive perception is.
Is this a contested thing?
No, you're good. Her passive perception's 10. She would not have heard that.
Hell yeah. She's been spending too much time around those speeder bikes. She can't hear shit no more. She should be wearing proper PPE.
Absolutely. Okay, so you're the only one who's paying up though, it seems, right?
Yeah, I just 3,000 right there. Or 4.
You just dropped 4,000 credits. How many credits do you actually have?
A lot.
Like 10,000.
Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't been spending any
We
on
started
it.
with like 8. We got 3.
I mean, you did spend all that money on the microbrewery, but
Yeah. How much did that cost?
I don't know. I haven't calculated it, but we do know though that Yamnok has next to no, like almost none of the 3,000 credits you guys were paid. So it kind of seems like he might have funded the majority of the like startup costs for that microbrewery.
Oh. We've just been abusing our friend Yamnok to get this all up and running.
Okay. So you hand her 4,000 credits, and Kesra immediately says, "Interesting. A man who carries 4,000 credits on him at a given time might be more valuable than credits alone." And she like does a hand signal to her homies, and at this time I would normally have everyone roll initiative, but we're actually about to end for the evening, and then you guys still have initiative from the last time that rolled over. But
wait,
can I try one last person? What was that?
Wait, he's your type?
Kestra pockets that 4,000 credits, swings one leg over her speeder bike, revs it aggressively and says, "As if," and then zooms way over here.
As she's like zooming away, if it looks like she's leaving, Carlton's gonna like shout out, "There's more where that came from if you're willing to work with us."
Okay, she's not leaving. These guys kind of like bring the circle in tighter around you guys. And that is where we're going to end for the evening. In case it wasn't obvious, that was a setup and she was going to give you a hard time no matter what. But since Carlton has just revealed that he's the type of guy who carries 4,000 credits in his pocket, at least at any given time, you kind of have made yourselves a target.
He has diamond-studded underwear. If you want the goods, you got to go reach for them.
Brandon says railroaded. Honestly, no. Like if they would have each paid 1,000 credits for real, like I'm dead serious. I really feel like it's a huge red flag to be like, yeah, here's 4,000 credits that I just had in my pocket. I genuinely feel like that is a pretty huge indicator that someone is a little bit more than just a traveler.
You do not have $1,000 to pay. 1,000 credits to pay.
Brandon says,
so Carlton can't get his money back from you? What?
Why? Where did you spend your money?
On explosives. Yeah.
When?
Brandon says
before we started, do you have any idea how many grenades I've used?
When you have diamond jump.
Initially or like now?
Initially, before we even started.
I thought you just got all of them free from what's his face.
No, we had a certain number of credits that we started with, and I spent like 80% of them on grenades.
You guys all started the game with like, I think I gave you 5,000 credits to start. I could go back.
Yeah.
And then,
I just looked up the notes.
Oh no, so everyone has 8 now because you were paid 3,000 credits. Well, everyone should have had I gave you 5,000 credits when we first started the campaign. That's how much everyone started with. You each were paid 3,000 credits for your job for the senator in the previous chapter of the campaign.
We were? Oh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I never added that.
So I'm like, what happened to your money?
Yeah.
Where did that go?
So everyone was paid 3,000 credits and a custom embroidered hat, and also free lodging indefinitely aboard the Resurgence, the secret frigate in the Xandrax system, which is uninhabited, in exchange for, ostensibly your service as contractors in the future. But it's not a prison. You're not you're not an indentured servitude or anything. It's just kind of an unspoken agreement. It's a verbal agreement. It's not a contract. Anyways. Okay.
Or maybe after we. What happened to Schwack, our contact that Carlton exchanged numbers with?
Switch. Carlton has not made any effort to contact Switch. So that's what happens.
Confirm to verify.
You're asking Carlton to verify that? I mean, Adam can verify that if he wants to. I'll let you guys know
No, I
right
was
now.
just-
Adam
I
is
was looking up the quote.
Oh, okay. But Adam's always asking like fun questions and like for background information, trying to like plot deviously to make the game more fun. So he totally could have been like, how do I contact Switch? But he has been focused on other things. Also, I encourage everyone to do that. You're all welcome to be like, hey, my character has something that I want to do to spice things up. I would love to spice it up. Let's do it. But also, no pressure. You don't have to.
Oh yeah, I don't know if you guys are here for it. We do have a lackey aboard the Resurgence now.
Yeah, you have
His name
there's
is Cadet
Lemmy.
Lemmy.
Yeah, Cadet Lemmy is your new intern.
Name's Lemmy?
Yeah.
Like lemur? Oh.
I was thinking more.
Lemmy really exudes like Morty from Rick and Morty kind of energy. He's like really lacks confidence. He's like,
jeez.
Man.
Oh man. Oh jeez.
yeah. Oh jeez, oh man, Carlton, I don't know about this.
Just Morty's killing Morty's.
Morty's killing Morty's.
And he's now a very reluctant intern at the Resurgence microbrewery. But he's also its sole caretaker right now while you guys are away. So you guys better hope he doesn't fuck up that brew. Or it'll be 3,000 credits down the drain.
Don't need to lose any more.
Anyways, okay. That is where we're going to end things for this evening. Thank you for joining us. To the players and to the viewers, we really appreciate you so very much. And I don't think we did our disclaimers at the beginning, so just for the hell of it at the end, all of the views that were expressed here were expressly the views of the individuals who expressed them. They were not reflective of the views of the University of Washington or the VA. We don't own Star Wars or Wizards of the Coast, but all Star Wars all Star Wars 5e content was made in compliance with the Wizards of the Coast fan content policy. I'd like to extend a thanks to the creators of Roll20 and Star Wars 5e, which is a labor of love and is entirely like free, accessible fan content. It is truly amazing, as well as to all of the lovely artists who post their map updates and their character art on Pinterest, which is mostly where I source them. And with that, enjoy your evening. We will see you all again next week. Have a pleasant long rest, and may the Force be with you.